Hi there, I'm James from the Brewery London here with your weekly health and wellbeing video. So this week I want to talk about finding out what motivates you. And I'm not talking about, general motivation to kind of, if you've got a goal, what's going to motivate you to work towards that? What's going to motivate you to get in the gym? All that sort of stuff. I'm talking about what's going to motivate you when, for example, say you're into an exercise, you're into a run, for example, because it's quite an easy example, and you're tired and you're feeling it and you're thinking to yourself, oh, I'm going to stop and walk for a little bit. What is going to motivate you when you're kind of in the depths, if you like, if you're doubting yourself and you're at the point of whatever it might be? It could be like a tough time in life. You could be doing something that's hard physically, mentally, anything like that, where you're at the point where you're about to either stop or give up for some reason. And it might be a good reason. You might have to physically, if you're say you're running and you've pulled a muscle, you're going to have to stop. But I mean, when it's just hard, whatever you're doing is just hard and difficult. But what is going to motivate you to push through that? Because you don't know that you're going to be able to carry on unless you try. So you might have all the doubts in your head. You might be tired. It's coming up to the last part of the run and you're really knackered, or you're lifting that weight and you're telling yourself, I don't think I'm going to be able to lift this, do these last couple reps and things like that. And obviously we have to think about safety. There's being silly and injuring yourself and hurting yourself or causing yourself some kind of, not necessarily just an injury, but something that's going to affect you negatively. But there's also that's a negative talk that is just talk, and even though it might be hard, we've still got some left in us. And I think we need to find out what is going to motivate us to push through, and only through doing that will you know where your limit is. Am I going to be able to go that extra mile, for instance, or am I going to be able to push through whatever it is that I'm finding hard right now? And there's going to be a lot of different motivating factors out there, and certain things work for certain people and others obviously don't. So we're all individuals. So we need to kind of find what is going to be our motivating factor. With exercise and stuff like that, I find, and other people find, that almost like you have to talk to yourself aggressively. You have to, almost scold yourself and say, look, how am I going to let this, how am I going to stop? I'm not basically putting in all the effort. I'm going to, almost let myself down if I'm not doing this. And, I've got more in me. That kind of, you can be a little bit aggressive to yourself and things like that. But that is, that self-talk is what is going to help. Or you could have the kinder approach where, you're saying, look, I've done this before, or it's only a little bit longer. And that kind of, where you can coax yourself into believing, like, I've just got a little bit more to do. And then what can stop. Or thinking about the end goal, whatever that might be, or picturing, a person, or thinking of a song, or whatever it might be. Find what that is and use that, because that is more than likely, a lot of the time, it is going to be our brains that are stopping us do whatever it might be. And you have to find a way to get past that and not necessarily trick your brain, but almost override what your initial innate kind of thought pattern or process is. We need to be able to override that and tell ourselves that we can do whatever it might be, and then give ourselves that push, that motivation, that inspiration to finish or do or carry on and persevere. So try different things, find out what it is, and then when you find what works for you, a lot of the time that is going to be your thing. So use it, and use it as much as you need to, because most of the time it's not going to stop working because it's motivating. If it does, find something else. There's many different ways that you can do it, but I think we need to be really good at our self-talk and being able to get ourselves through those moments and situations. So I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.